Banks absolutely suck. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the top 28 ways how to use a decentralized or centralized exchange to get your fiat into crypto. That's right, we're going to take dollars and convert them into digital currency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDC for that matter. So let's dive right in. I didn't need Silicon Valley Bank going out of business to understand exactly what a bank is. You see, in 2008, I was a proud customer of Washington Mutual. On September 25th, 2008, the FDIC seized WAMU, and over that entire weekend, I did not sleep at all as it was sold off to Chase, and supposedly the deposits were safe. I arrived at my local WAMU branch early Monday morning, walked in, and withdrew everything. I then spent the remainder of that day driving around to separate local credit unions and depositing money to ensure that I stayed under the FDIC insurance limits at each one. You see, in 2008, I found out what every person should know. Once you deposit money into a bank, it's no longer yours. Even though it shows up on a digital ledger or your mobile app, you don't own that money at all. The bank does. And that bank deposit's being leveraged so that they can make bets on bonds and treasuries and mortgage-backed securities or any other risky bet that they choose to make. The fact that really pissed me off is that banks lose money all the time, and the government is always there to bail them out, or at least to make sure that they get paid back for their stupid bets. The simple fact of the matter is, if the bank loses money, we all pay for it. But if the bank makes money, they keep it. Too big to fail is complete and utter BS. I also found out that JP Morgan purchased WAMU for $1.9 billion, which sounds like a lot, but WAMU had $309 billion in assets. Those quote-unquote toxic assets were the mortgage-backed securities that went bad over that 2007 and 2008 timeframe. But Chase was allowed to sell them off to their friends on Wall Street, those hedge fund buddies that took them and made tons of money. Meanwhile, Chase was writing off those losses as a tax advantage. Basically, Chase acquired WAMU, all of their branches, and all of their customers for next to nothing while receiving billions of dollars in tax benefits. No wonder Jamie Dimon is always smiling. So how do you get your hard-earned money out of the banks and into a crypto digital asset like Bitcoin or Ethereum or something similar? The good news is that decentralized exchanges are now offering fiat onboarding, and I've tried out most of them. You can bypass the need to set up an account with a centralized exchange and instead use your credit or debit card to purchase crypto and send it directly into a crypto wallet of your choice where you own the keys and the coin. Some on-ramps also accept Apple Pay, Cash App, or bank ACH payments. There are 3 easy ways to get your fiat out of the banks and into crypto. I'm not going to recommend any one of these, but you can go to Fiat to Crypto. That's fiat, the number 2, crypt.to. And you can compare for yourself all of the fiat to crypto on-ramps. This website gives you a good overview of some of the top apps and their fees. Compare everything and know which one has the best pricing for you to use. Many decentralized exchanges now have their own on-ramps built right into them, like Uniswap. Take a look at this. You can see right up here in the Buy Crypto section, this is going to take you to MoonPay, which is going to allow you to pay for your crypto and do your swap using your credit or debit card. I anticipate that most DEXs will use fiat on-ramps in the future to try to make paying for crypto faster and so much more easy. Also, there's the CEX experience, not SEX, but CEX, Centralized Exchange. All of these guys got a bad rap from FTX, but if you're transferring large amounts of fiat money into crypto, your best bet is probably going to be a CEX because they're very good at getting those big bank deposits so that you can convert them into any type of crypto asset that you prefer to own. You can find the top centralized exchanges on CoinMarketCap, and although you may have heard FUD around a lot of them, like Binance, I've never had any problems with them myself, and in fact, I currently use 4 of these centralized exchanges: Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, and KuCoin. One caveat that you should always be aware of is that centralized exchanges are exactly like a public restroom. You get in there, you do your business, and you get out as quickly as you possibly can. It's dirty, it's nasty, and you don't want to lose anything while you're inside. If you're not sure how to get your crypto self-custodied, I'll let you know right now that MetaMask.io is my choice, along with the Ledger hardware wallet, which allows you to self-custody your crypto. There are plenty of other ones out there, and the best thing about crypto wallets is if you set them up correctly, no one can access them except you. When it comes to banks, I'll leave you with this quote from Thomas Jefferson. Also, please make sure that you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with someone you know who wants to own their own money and custody their own assets. And finally, here's the clip from the Associated Press of Washington Mutual going under in 2008.
As the debate in Washington rages on about how to bail out the nation's economic crisis, another one of the country's largest banks has collapsed. Washington Mutual has gone under, seized by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation on Thursday. The FDIC then turned around and sold WAMU's thrift banking assets to JP Morgan Chase for nearly $2 billion.
I'm not going to say that is not going to happen, but no matter what, WAMU has a really impressive severance package, and I think that's going to be carried on even if there is a merger.
Washington Mutual's fall has been widely anticipated. The bank's stock has plummeted 95% of the past year. On Thursday, it closed at only $169 a share. Like many other financial institutions, WAMU fell victim to heavy mortgage-related losses, including the once booming subprime mortgage business. For WAMU employees, nervousness abounds.
Of course, we're going to have some uncertainties and some questioning about what's going on. Have I been nervous? Sure. I mean, it's just kind of the nature of the whole beast. When a large company gets bought out, you wonder about your job. Our head's going to roll. You just don't know. But we have faith in our bosses and the people upstairs.
Washington Mutual was founded nearly 120 years ago and is by far the largest bank to fail in the country's history. WAMU is JP Morgan Chase's second acquisition this year. In March, JP Morgan bought the investment bank Bear Stearns. JP Morgan Chase is now the second largest bank in the country, only standing behind Bank of America. JP Morgan Chase says the acquisition will give it 5,400 branches in 23 states. It plans to close less than 10% of those. Orla Risi, Associated Press.